Alrighty, hello everyone who is currently here. We are waiting for people to join the lobby still, I think, and welcome to the finals pool showcase of 4-digit MWC2. We're now just waiting like 1 minute for people to get in here, and then we're going to get into the maps. In the meantime, I see Dazero, I see Kama, I see Alu, I see a lot of ETs in the chat. Yeah, for those who are unaware, I am Logan, and I think I'm just going to be taking this by myself right now, which is a little sad because I'm a little awkward by myself, but we will see. Alrighty, I think we are going to get started with the maps now. Alright, and we are going to get started with the first map of the finals pool, and this is going to be Rice 1, the stamina pick. And we will get more into the details about it when we start the proceedings. Yeah, just waiting for our lovely showcasers today to get readied up. Alrighty, so this is going to be the first map of the finals pool, and it is going to be A by Electon, difficulty name X, 5.48 star rating, 559 in length, OD8, HP8. And this is going to be, as you can probably tell by the length, this is going to be our stamina pick, and hopefully I can come up with things to say for most of it, because I feel like a lot of it's very self-explanatory. You have this very slow opening to start out, which not much to say here, but we're getting to the meat of the song pretty quick. It has the slow opening, but now we're getting into this, and this is 210 BPM, and it gets denser later on, but this is a majority of the map is you're just going to be dealing with 210 BPM, kind of more split trilly jump stream the whole time. After this jump trill, we're going to get into the real density. See a lot of one-hand trilling going on. And yeah, this is really just about a lot of what you're going to see in the map. It is actually going to go later on into something else, but for now you just see this map's going to be a lot about keeping consistency with one-hand trilling, keeping your stamina with it, because even though 210 BPM is kind of relatively low, it actually is pretty hard to keep your stamina for the first and second parts of this chart when it's 6 minutes long, which is a really long length. And you see some dense hand stream popping up there, so if you're kind of weak at hand stream, you might falter a little. And now we're going to get into a couple LN holds, which I think these play an interesting role in the stamina factor, because they don't really test your LN skill at all, more than they just test your ability to maintain control over your finger independence even while your stamina is down, because now it's like 2 minutes into the chart. You've been playing this jump stream for like 90 seconds. You're gonna start to feel a little bit tired, so can you maintain finger independence? Can you maintain control in holding these LNs? And now seemingly Muka is doing just that, and getting out of that hand stream section into some, or out of that LN section into some lighter hand stream. Hand stream becoming dense. And that is the first section, and now you get like, I think this break is probably 40 seconds long, something like that. Yeah, in the meantime, you see this break section doesn't really have that much to offer in terms of like spicing up the map, but it is very nice to get this break right in the middle of this really long, deadly map. And we're gonna drop right back into this really split trilly jump stream, and the rest of the map is pretty much just non-stop jump stream, hand stream, more like very light LN patterns to really test your finger independence and control. And this map is this is really tiring. In my opinion, this is a really good testing stamina pick. Also just a pretty bop of a song, which I think is going to make it a bit more enjoyable to play and practice through all 6 minutes. See, dropping back into this kind of light hand stream mixed with LNs. Just got to be really careful to keep control, as I've said. Hope I'm not being too repetitive, but the map in itself is quite a repetitive map. Like, I feel like once you sight read it, you kind of know what's in the map, and then it's really just working on your stamina to be able to play through the whole map. We see Muka doing insanely well on this. And yeah, that was a bit of a preemptive curse on my side, I guess, but either way, it goes to show that even top players can struggle keeping control on this after so long, and both these showcasers are very ET and they're still missing, so it is very easy to miss on this map if you let go of control. And you see, we are near the ending, but this map is not letting up in density. There is still a lot of longer split trills. This jump stream's actually like probably some of the most split trilly jump stream in the map. And Yeah, this map is very just unrelenting in terms of patterning. It does light up at the very end here. Yeah, that is going to be map number 1, A by Electon. All right, starting into the map. So here we have Master Exploder written by Tenacious D, mapped by Valedict. Difficulty name Blow Your Mind, 4.75 star rating, 2. And Muka getting a really good score on that. And we're going to get into our next map, which is the technical map. And yeah, sorry about the wait there. Just waiting on people to ready up, and I had to check something really fast. And so this map is the oldest map we've seen so far in the pool, mapped by Phil. Well, I think it's actually mapped by Zay, but beside the point. This is counterclockwise chant pattern, coming in at 4.74 star rating, 3 minutes 32 seconds long, so decently long pick. OD 8.5, HP 8.5. And this map is, I feel like, self-explanatory with what it has in it based on its music, like, right away, but as you can see, like, it kind of repeats itself with what it does with, like, these long jacks and these splittier patterns. Then I'm pretty bad at talking about, like, layering in terms of, like, how it makes the map technical and whatnot, but as you see, you have like a lot of different rhythms to manage, and sometimes you just got a mini jack thrown in there, sometimes you got a denser stream thrown in there, or like a fast trill. And yeah, already almost halfway through, but this map feels pretty long to play if you're really focused in and trying to not break combo and hit every pattern. It is very, very easy to miss on this. You have to be very good at transitioning in and out of like the long jacks into like the bursts or the whatever this map throws at you. This map throws a lot at you. You see, we do get a bit of downtime here, which you can still choke on this if you're not on your feet, but a lot easier to manage than the main sections for sure. And you see kind of picking back up, getting back into the main section of the map now. See some LNs here, just some very light LNs, but they can still be very hard to control. And I feel like with kind of this map being 3 minutes long, it does start to play on your stamina quite a bit right around here. At least it does to mine. Because you can go the whole map without missing, and then if you mentally or physically start feeling weak, you can just start dropping a lot of misses right in this ending section. And yeah, the map coming to a close with these little bursts. Not much else to say there. And yeah, that was counterclockwise chant pattern, and now we are going to be moving into hybrids, and we are going to be coming back. We're going to be going LNs, SVs, back to Rice, back through all that again, just spicing things up. And here we have the more Rice-oriented hybrid. And a little side note before we get into reading the stats of the map, this is one of my favorite maps personally ever, but I was actually not the one who thought this should be in the pool, so can't blame me for this. This map is very brutal. Either way. Getting into the stats of the map, this is Epimerization charted by Shrubble, and it is 5.01 SR, 4 minutes 40 seconds long, very long pick, OD 8.3, HP 5. HP 8.5, my bad. And so, you see by the map's length, it is going to have a lot in it. Getting into this build-up now. And yeah, that's a little thing that happens in each build-up. I really like the use of the long jacks there. Kind of trilly, but not, I don't know. Either way, getting into the first part, this section is very mini jack heavy. Very hard to control your mini jacks right here. Kind of going back and forth between them and these little more speedy bursts. And then you have the LN patterns where you're holding and releasing shields, and that first part's one of the more hectic sections to even just get an initial combo through. And now we have what I think is a slightly lighter section, but with a little bit of short LN to keep your reading on tact. And going into yet another build-up, and we're going to be going into... I'd kind of call it a speed section, but it also is pretty technical. This whole map is charted pretty technically, but you see with how these there's some graces in here that really can test your reading, and that is the first, not even half of the map yet. Now we're going to go into a bit of downtime. And I see a question in the chat, Hybrid 1, and I see it already got answered. Yes, this is Hybrid 1. I think I said that, but I apologize if I did not. So yeah, done with that little break section. Going into this, very trilly, more speed-oriented section with mini jacks in between. After you have a bit of a stamina break, I feel like this part isn't too bad, but still very chokeable on. And these streams are still pretty fast. Is this Rice or Hybrid? This is the first Hybrid. This is the more Rice-oriented Hybrid, so yes and yes. Either way, you see this little speed section. The music is speeding up. Well, I'm not sure if it's actually speeding up in the song. It feels like it's speeding up. I'm a little bad at this game, so I can't really tell much. Either way, that's that section. Very hard to control, mainly, but you do get a stamina break beforehand. And now we're going to drop into the last third of the map, which, in my opinion, is probably the hardest part of the map. It's definitely the densest, for sure. And you see here, we have some very dense, very more technical kind of elongated streams. And it's not just like simple jump stream, because there's some mini jacks thrown in here too, and you see it going into late hand stream, and you see it going into LN. You see Crystallize getting caught way off guard by transitioning into that, and that's exactly what can happen, especially if you're sight reading or if you're nervous in a match. And you see transitioning into this LN section yet again, and we have some kind of jump trills with some fast mini jacks. Overall, this map, you need a lot of control and a lot of skill transitioning between a lot of different things if you're gonna hit everything. And Muka making this map look very easy, but in my opinion, this is one of the harder maps in the pool. Both the hybrids are actually, and we'll see the second one later. And that is epimerization. Now we are going to get into LNs. This is going to be our first LN pick, the more release and coordination focused one, even though there is a bit of inverse in it as well, but we'll get into that. Alright, starting the map any second now. Here we go. It is going to be Overdrivers by Intelizer as, again, the more release and coordination focused LN, even though I would argue there is enough inverse in it for it to probably be considered more than that. It is 4.55 stars, 1 minute 52 seconds long, OD6, HP 8. See right off the bat with some later inverse, and I think I have someone in here with me.
Yo,
it's Halo.
yeah.
A wild Halo has appeared.
Oh wait. Is the showcase running?
Yes,
right
the
now?
showcase is right now. You are on the showcase.
Oh my god! I was on it. I thought it was gonna start 20 minutes from now, and it's been going for 30. Okay.
All good. Either way, in this chorus, we have some releases. We are releasing LN.
We definitely do.
And going into the more coordination focused side of this, gonna have managing some inverse.
This is the Intelizer one, right?
Yep.
If I remember correctly, in Mania Beginner Showdown, which by the way is a 10-digit tournament, it's a 5-digit tournament. This was the grand finals LN pick.
Oh wow.
Yeah, reminder that they made 5-digit places.
Dude, I'm not sure if this LN is 5-digit level, but
No,
either way,
not.
this LN is very hard. It actually, in my opinion, is the easiest LN map of the pool, though. So
yeah, it's like doable if you don't know a lot of LN, but you have to practice a whole lot.
And yeah, so that is going to be the more coordination-focused LN. And now we are going to get into the LN3.
Oh, now it's the LN3, and what is it gonna be? Oh no!
Oh, do you reckon
this map? I've seen this map.
Dude, we got this player
rough.
suggested.
That's rough. Like, it's like an inverse, basically an inverse stream map, right?
Yes, this is the inverse-focused pick.
Huh. I was looking for some Revile the other day when I found this. I was like, no, this is nasty. And now it's here. Amazing. It's also almost 4 minutes long, so you gotta have some fun with this for quite a while. Like this.
That's for sure.
Well, I caught 2 picks and they're both looking pretty rough, honestly.
They are looking 4-digit, by the way.
Yeah, no.
This is a 4-digit pool, just remember.
Yeah. A 4-digit pool for 4-digit players, just saying.
And yeah, so starting out, just nothing too dense off the bat, just get a slow opening.
Thankfully.
And now we're gonna ramp up the density just a bit.
Yeah. Just a bit.
going into the right before the first verse section, and here we are in the first verse section, and the main verse sections don't really have much density to them. If anything, they more serve as break sections in the chart.
Yeah, they're definitely breaks.
And I actually didn't read the map stat. So, as we get into this first chorus, this is mapped by Reveal, 4.56 stars, OD7, HP8, 3 minutes 46 seconds. Now, getting into the first and probably, I think, least dense of all the choruses, because I think they get denser as the map goes on.
Yeah, just like classic Long Note stuff, the map getting resonantly denser towards the end.
Yeah, you see, this already has a lot of very dense patterns, not going into full inverse except for a second or two just yet.
Yeah, like the inverse rolls, definitely. But not really quite picking up the density yet. That's probably going to happen later.
And this is still surprisingly already pretty hard to read and release properly when the patterning is this dense. And we still have a lot to go density-wise. And we see just another verse section, another break. And second section, you see more extended inverse right there.
Yeah, definitely. Right now. And the map's also quite relieved throughout. Ooh, that was pretty extended.
And you see even the best of the best miss on this sometimes, so it is very tricky to read through.
Crystallizing to Winter missing. It's gonna be trouble.
Crystallize falling to 98. I think they had a column lock too.
So right now we're actually gonna get into the bridge, and then there's gonna be the final chorus. And I expect I expect it to be like quite some, I think.
Yeah, the final chorus is very hard. I personally can go into this map FCing up to here and then like just die. Not actually die, but this ending is very hard.
Okay. Then the 1-3, and let's go.
Ooh.
Okay.
And there we go.
Holy
very, very dense, just about full inverse. And just enough not inverse where you can't even get comfortable in just reading full inverse mode.
Yeah, you also gotta read releases.
Yeah.
Imagine. This looks nasty.
This ending is, especially after you've already played for 2 minutes, is very hard to do.
Pretty difficult. This is intense.
It is a very intense
I think we're done with the long notes now.
We will be coming back to the last LN later.
Oh, okay.
And I think we're gonna have a bad time because I don't know if anyone practiced the SVs.
Oh. Oh, we're going for the first SV now? Oh.
We are.
Let's see. Okay, I've never heard of this one.
Yes, this is Deep in the Night.
Okay. Let's see what it has for us already. 8.5 OD, looking, you know. Okay, I'm listening to the song and this looking like it's got some pretty good SV material.
Yeah, so disclaimer, this is the reading map, but its description says full memorization SV. So, basically, there are parts you need to memorize, but I still think this is a lot more reading in terms of you need good SV reading to get a good score.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's see what the memo actually is, though. Because depending on what it is, I'm gonna judge you or not.
It's just a couple big teleports. Like, they're not sight readable, but they're also
Yeah.
more simple to memorize than the reading. is
Yeah,
to
like
read.
it's not sight readable, but the SV is immediately evident and intuitive upon reading for the first time. So,
We'll see.
oh, this one reading.
Either way, so
Okay.
this is mapped by Daniel TH. I believe this was mapped for Southeast Asia Championships. 2.74 star rating, 3 minutes 36 seconds long, OD 8.5, HP 5.
Oh, this is
HP
also hella
8.5.
short.
And I'm pretty sure the only people who practice this SV couldn't be here right now, so we're just gonna see some goofy plays, but all good. These showcasers putting out a lot of work with their other scores already. Learning SVs
Wow.
is dumb and hard. See some very light stutters and
What?
you see a lot of very jolty teleports.
Yeah. Oh, the judge line shift. That's nasty. Ooh. Just like they teleport from the judge line the entire
yeah.
time, and they halfway through the chorus they start teleporting for like way higher up.
Yeah,
That's
and
messy.
you really just have to kind of visualize where it was. And
Yeah.
this stream, Muka hitting that was pretty impressive.
What? That's
This
alright.
is this is where the memo.
The nose.
This
What
is
the
where
hell? You don't get the nose.
this is where the more memo focused part is. But in my opinion, if you play that a few times, it is a lot simpler to memorize that than it is to read the rest of the chart.
Wow. Thank God it's short.
Yeah, and
Otherwise,
that's
it would be pretty
it's not the
hard.
whole chart. Don't worry, we're not going that crazy. And
Oh.
here is a
Oh no,
hell
you're
slow jam.
kidding me. What is this?
This slow jam is. I feel like this may
Dude.
give a couple people Edison
Dude,
flashbacks.
this looks like my stream is lagging.
It is very
like-
weird to play.
What the hell?
So yeah, this map is a bit of a memorization map as well as reading, but especially in finals, I almost feel like it's impossible to, like, the line just becomes so blurry between reading and memo.
Yeah, like
Either way.
yeah, I guess like as long as it after some time, personally, I think that both SVs should be somewhat memo, but as long as they have different kinds of like gimmicks, I think you can have a bad pair this late in the tournament.
You'll see the memo pick, you'll see it's a lot more memo-y.
Okay.
And this part is here getting back into the like fast teleports.
Yeah.
Mostly everything in this map is technically sight readable, but except those teleports, but I mean you're gonna need to practice this a lot.
Like. Yeah,
And I think even Muka getting an 89
No.
is pretty good.
but I think it's like good enough that not only the map is short, but like the drop is very like catchy and easy to remember. That's gonna help a lot. It's okay.
That was apparently Muka's sight read, which that's pretty insane. That's a
Oh,
good
okay.
score for a sight read.
It's like that's a pretty good score for a sight read.
Oops,
I
I put on Deep in the Night again.
Guess I'm gonna have to take a look at like the other SV pick to know what's like the relationship between the rating and the mammal for this pool to actually make like accurate judgment. So okay, now we have
And we are going back into the rice picks now, and this is going to be our mixed rice pick.
Lemon Guy game maps.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So this
Keto
is gonna
moment.
have this is gonna have jump stream, mini jacks, what else?
Just a lot of rice. That's mostly what. That's mostly.
A lot of fries. Just a lot of different fries.
I will point out this is 4.48 SR, and my opinion, it is very criminally underrated.
Okay, yeah, that's what happens. OG just kind of does this, just like underrated maps, like it's business. Well. Oh, it's a
Waiting
drop
on
off
ready
for a
ups.
pick. That's interesting.
And we are going to get into the map. So, reading off the stats really quick. 4.48 stars. As I said, I think this map is harder than some of the 5 stars in this pool. So very underrated. 1 minute 59 seconds long. OD 8.5 HP 8.
By the way, what was the 5.4 star stamina pick that he missed?
Basically 210 split trilly jump stream with some jump trill for 6 minutes.
Wait, they. Okay, 6 minutes?
Well, there is a big break section.
Oh.
It is a long old chart though. Either way.
Okay.
Muka holding 1 mil still. Muka holding 1 mil still? Muka? You're not supposed to hold 1 mil that long. Okay. Either way, getting into some very, very trilly streams to start things out with some interlaying mini jacks.
Yeah.
Long
and then
jack
a
there.
big jack there.
Yeah, two-handed trills.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this action looking really silly. Not only with the actual throws, but the one-hand triplet.
Oh yeah, it
Okay.
takes a lot of control to play, and this is the easier part of the
Ooh,
map.
this is
It
rough.
picks up in the second half a lot.
Let's go. Okay, now we're transitioning into more orthodox streams. I'm pretty sure this is 1/6 at the very least.
Yes, I believe it is as well. And you see, getting into those speed
Ooh,
streams.
some more things. Oh, that tag into the stream. Cruel transition.
Oh, one of the map poolers saying in chat it's 1/8. Thank you,
Oh,
020.
it's what? Okay.
And here we go into the main drop, and this is the hardest part of the map.
This is scary.
Have some interlaced jacks with the dense 1/8.
1/6 jump stream with 1/8 stream and the mini jack. This is brutal.
This is 4.48 stars, by the way.
How is it? Dude, I don't even know anymore. Streams are so underrated in this god-awful star rating system. Holy
That's facts.
By the way, Miyuka missed flagging. Imagine missed flagging in 2020.
Miss flagging. And
Okay. And now
getting
we're
right into, we are
having-
going to get into the dense stream pick now.
Ooh, okay.
And custom map made for the tournament specifically by 02 Snow, who is
Oh,
in
custom
chat right now.
map. And this is beginner difficulty. Okay.
Okay. I don't know why it's called beginner. It's not for beginners. This is my lowest scoring map of the whole pool, but that's because it's hand stream, not because
Has
it's
it
the
been
hardest.
like, maybe because it's been like imported from Stepmania? Don't know.
Nah, it was custom made. I don't think it's imported from
Okay.
anywhere.
Maybe it was made like in Arrow Vortex and converted. Like, I don't know.
Not sure. Either way, this
Or
is
just-
5.46 stars, 2 minutes 25 seconds long, OD8 HP8. This map is
Okay.
very overrated. I don't think it actually plays like 5.4 quite yet.
220? Okay. Oh, because why not? Oh, okay. You just wanted to name it beginner. You can.
Yeah, this map is again my lowest score of the pool, so it's not quite for beginners.
Not bad. Yeah, like 4-digit Mania World Cup finals for beginners.
Oh
Of
yeah.
course.
I can't wait to see MBS have this in it.
Yeah. Honestly,
you
I
see-
think if I gave this to an actual beginner, they would quit, like straight up.
And you see getting into light hand stream right off the
Yeah.
bat.
We're getting to my country, but to be honest, 2020 at this
Some
point,
dense
okay,
jump
it's getting
stream.
so intense now, and then
And now
get
the
into
hand stream getting denser.
stream. Okay, it's looking quadrophenic moments. Okay.
Yeah, this map is mostly consistent of light and dense hand stream, alternating
Okay.
into dense jump stream.
And it
And-
goes so heavy on the like one head
On the
jump.
trill
Like,
emphasis.
what
It
in
is.
the what trill? This is mean. This is absolutely mean.
This is a mean pick. I think if you're good at reading hand stream and your trill speed isn't too bad, you shouldn't struggle with this at least as
Yeah.
much as I do, but
Definitely.
this map is pretty brutal.
It definitely is.
And
Ooh, okay. We
I like that scream. Like, something about
Yeah,
just
that's really
holding that
cool.
element into the scream is really epic feeling. And now getting into the densest part of the map, it's
Yeah,
going to be about
okay,
just
this
30
is
straight
the-
seconds of this.
What
this is-
the hell? It goes really hard in the density, like
Oh, yeah. Zero
Going
Two
all
Snow's like,
the
yo,
time.
want me to custom map for this? And I'm like, go for it. You just gave us this, so blame Zero Two
Yeah.
Snow.
Lane 02 Snow. Holy.
And you see both players missing. This map is very, very tricky.
Yeah, that's
Maybe it is one of the hardest in the pool. I'm like actually terrible at hand streams, so I can't really
Yeah.
judge its objective difficulty that well by playing it.
well. I can't judge it either because I'm terrible, like period. So just gonna have to
Halo
presume
ET.
that maybe it's a bit hard.
And we are getting into the last rice pick.
Oh, is it gonna be what?
Is going to be
Uh,
Jax.
Yeah, oh, it's gonna be Jackson.
And
Oh,
This
my
map-
God.
wasn't custom made for the tournament. We did reach out to the mapper to get this rate added and to edit some patterning.
Oh, okay. It was made by Tanichi, and it's the 1.50, 246 BPM.
It's 123. It's 246 1/8.
Yeah, and if it's this quote unquote slow, it's
got
gotta
some
be
density.
really dense. It's gotta be really.
Well, actually, I think the map itself uprated as 129 BPM. I think it's showing the BPM for the original rate.
Oh, okay.
So this is 4.65 stars, 3 minutes 9 seconds long, OD8
This is
HP8.
cool. Okay, this is looking pretty rough.
And you see Muka at 99.98. Either
Just
way.
clearly doesn't care about anything we're saying.
Yeah, 02 Snow confirming. The uprate is 258 BPM, so 129.
Oh my god, that's insane. 130 this dance is pretty ridiculous.
And you see, you do get breaks with the more verse sections, but then getting right back into it. And the choruses are all just about the same. This kind of dense and brutal jacking right here.
This is really hard.
And Muka is just satisfying as all hell right now to watch.
Look at this.
Either way, this so you see, I think it's a good example of if you're consistent at jacks, this map shouldn't be too bad for you, but this map has a lot, like, this map is very long, has 4 main jack sections ish, so there's a lot of opportunity for you to slip up.
Nice.
I see Volpsy from the Philippines saying can't wait to try this.
Yeah. and right now, let's go. Once
That
again,
LN lowered Muka to 99.98. This is so sad.
super sad. I think he's able to like bring it back to 9999 until the end of the match. So this is actually insane accessibility holding.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this map is these jacks do get very tiring on your hand, and the patterning, while it is pretty consistent, isn't as consistent as you'd maybe expect. So
Oh.
there can be just kind of a 4-note jack on one finger, and you just really have to be on your toes to be able to hit it.
Yeah.
Going into the last section.
Okay, here we go.
And yeah, this is quite a big step up from Login, in my opinion.
Definitely. I can see.
Maybe not in terms. It's actually 10 BPM slower, but it's so much denser and longer.
It's so much.
And
like,
is Muka gonna get the 99.99?
Yeah, he's getting it.
Oh,
no!
The ending hell ends.
It was
Oof.
26.
Either way, 26. That's a score.
26. Holy no. Okay, so right now, let's see. The next map is gonna be Low Notes, right?
It is going to be the second hybrid, actually. The LN-focused hybrid.
Okay, let's go. Nanahira!
Yep, Nanahira jumps into the pool.
Nanahira. I love how Hez just commentates HTTPLN. He knows.
Oh,
Hez
yeah.
knows.
How to Play LN was like, how about we chart Nanahira? And I was like, okay.
Oh, short Nanahira off 4. That is actually sounding pretty good.
I see, the first thing I see, Nanahira. No.
No. Alan not happy.
Angry.
Okay,
So,
let's see it.
this map, if I had to judge, in my opinion, is probably the hardest map in the map pool.
Ooh, okay, that's intimidating.
Just saying. It is very... I can, like, hardly 98 this on a good run. So, we're gonna have to see. It starts out with these LNs and nothing too heavy off the beginning, but now you're gonna get dropped into some streams, into some brutal mini jacks.
Yeah, dump stream with mini jacks and a lot of LN.
And
That's the HTTPLN style. And holy shit, some of these low notes are short, huh?
Oh yeah,
really short.
You see Slong's mini jacks going into some dense LN, and you see both players missing there. And going into the main LN density section of the map.
Okay.
Very hard to manage.
Oh.
And this part is just downright brutal.
Okay.
Just,
like, there's so many anchors. And
yeah.
Like, and it's so weird to read, too. Like, never mind the speed.
She crystallized down to the 97. If you miss, you're gonna miss a lot here.
Yeah.
Because this map has a lot in it.
Ooh, okay.
That verse is pretty speedy.
That verse is mean. There is another drop.
And
I'm actually liking the Nanahira sound of this one.
Oh,
The copyright has started.
Oh no.
Oh.
It has started.
Oh, for real? I think the song actually sounds like real good.
And these releases are brutal.
Yeah, these are
very brutal slant releases.
Ooh, okay. Oh, it's already over.
It is only... I didn't ever read out the map stats. It is 2:01, 2 minutes, 1 second.
Cause like you start listening to Nanahira, you think it's gonna go on for like 6 minutes, and it's already over. I'm surprised. Okay. So now we're going to a long note, right?
Yep, and this is the last LN pick, and this is going to be the more speed-focused LN.
Holy.
And this was
what?
A map that How to Play LN already had, but we actually made a new difficulty of it for this.
Okay. The edited. What does the edit take out? Okay. I guess nothing.
I didn't hear what did you say something?
Oh, I asked what did the edit modify in the map?
Oh, well, the first difficulty of this was just absurdly hard, so we made an actual difficulty of it.
So we made it actually playable. Okay.
Yeah. Either way,
This is
so
believable.
this mapped by How to Play LN difficulty name be edited 4.84 stars, 2 minutes 15 seconds long, OD 8 and HP 0 according to the sheet.
Okay. HP 5 is HP 5.
Okay. That's a mistype on the sheet. Either way, getting into the main part of the song right here,
Yep.
or not quite the main part, I suppose, but this is still already pretty hard to control.
This looks messy. It's so trilly! It's like so
It
many
is.
one-hit triplets.
And you see why this is the more speed-focused LN. A lot of trill
Yeah.
emphasis while keeping the finger
What the hell?
independence. And you are going to get like a slight break section here. If you're on your toes, you
Yeah.
shouldn't miss the parts here, but... This is still pretty dang challenging.
These are pretty aggressive rolls.
Oh, yeah. And Mukum finding a
You
miss.
can actually find them drop.
And picking right back up in density, I think the second part is harder than that first part. This is definitely the hardest LN if you ask me.
Ooh. Okay.
I also am anti-speed LN bias, so don't quote me.
Burst into control LN. That's rough. Okay, final section, just rolly apart, but the throws just randomly pick up and just gotta stay alert. Okay, then I think we're gonna be wrapping
Yep,
up.
here is the ending. This ending is actually brutal as all hell for me.
Holy.
And yeah, it
It
crystallized.
basically has all the it basically like has all the things we kind of pointed out, like trill emphasis, aggressive rolls, but like just more. Okay, so right now we have one SV. Oh no! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Black Jackal?
Holy crap!
Do you recognize Black Jackal?
It was a rejected pick for OMDP. It was just like rolling around in our map pool suggestions in our map pool sheet for like the entire tournament basically because we couldn't find like a good place to actually put it. And it's in
Makes
finals,
sense.
which I think is somewhat appropriate. Honestly, it's a decently hard map.
The thing with this, comparing it to, say, Fly from last round, I think it and Fly are hard for much different reasons. So comparing their difficulty is very hard. But
So, like,
I still think this is a step up if you're gonna try to memorize
yeah,
it.
like I think it's a step up because like Fly was very difficult because it had to have very good rhythmical intuition and the variation, but like the gimmick, it had like exactly one gimmick and it was very solid and very predictable to a point. This one just throws like a lot of random stuff at you. Like, okay. Let's see what it has been.
And here we go. I don't think anyone practiced this. Actually, maybe Muka did. Yeah, Muka practiced it a bit. Either way, you see these spacings are completely, you have to memorize them.
Yeah, like the spaces are mostly a lie.
Muka did practice this quite a bit. Wow. He said in chat, "Trust me, Logan, I practiced this." So I was like,
but yeah, he actually was.
what an ET.
And then this is the easiest part of the map just because the rhythm is so catchy.
Yeah, maybe once you get into the rhythm, this map ain't that bad, but
Yeah.
it is. It is still pretty brutal. And you see the two polar opposites right here.
Yeah.
And that is it. 02 Snow, one of the map people are saying this part is dumb.
For some, yeah. Okay.
In
Euro
before
choose
Chris-
no the map DSV God.
in
So this is
before
dumb.
in before Crystallize, I don't like that.
Like that. Well, okay. So right now we got finished with the regular map pool, right?
And
gotta
we
be-
are finished with the main map pool. All we have left is the tiebreaker, and I'm a bit scared to show this to everyone. Because,
Oh my god. It's gonna be Oh, Luin of Telchar.
And so, hello, Speed of Light.
Oh, okay.
And so this was used. This is an edited version of the semifinals tiebreaker of Speed of Light.
Oh, nice.
And huge thanks to Penguinosity for letting us reach out to him, letting us edit this map and re-upload it.
That's so cool. I can imagine it's good, sure. Nice.
And we are going to get into the map, and this map is a gauntlet.
Oh, okay, I can imagine.
You can already see Zero saying he struggles with it, so
Ooh,
we are really trying to elevate things to the grand finals difficulty here.
damn.
So
Okay. Let's see.
and so reading out map stats. Map is 5.08 stars, criminally underrated.
Ooh.
5 minutes, 10 seconds long.
Underrated and 5 stars. Okay. Oh,
OD 7.8 HP 2, 8.2. Why do I keep doing that? I keep reading just the point.
yeah.
And gonna get into the main drop of the map in a second. You see already starting out with some 153 BPM jump jacks
Yeah.
going into LN releases.
See?
And
These are quick.
some light jacks. And we're gonna get into the main drop right now.
Okay.
306 BPM.
Yeah,
And-
you're like whatever.
And right here, you're just kind of, I don't even know what to call this section. You're just kind of interchanging
Yeah.
between playing LN and playing Rice on a dime
Yeah. Okay,
while
that's-
managing some SV. Both players making this look
That's
easy as hell right
intense.
now, which is stunning.
Like at least you can say that maybe DSV isn't that hard, but oh, okay, that one was
That one's like, especially
that
if you
was-
play that enough, you can get a mind block right there from that one.
like do not tight read this at the very least. Oh.
And you see here, this is the more release-focused LN section. And
Oh.
it's very, very tricky to not drop a lot of 200s there. And you see Crystallize struggling with this quite a bit. Mucus on the FC somehow.
yeah.
Some more jump jacks. And we're going to get into what I'd call a kind of LN hybrid-y section with some SV. I don't really know.
Oh. Holy. Kyoki's pretty short.
It
on
is
line.
quite technical, but it also has a lot of LN, so I don't even
It's
know.
pretty technical. I think just a tech section. It was just a tech section. And some SPs too.
I see Lethal in the chat. Reminder that Lethal is ET. And
Yeah.
we're going to get into this break section where we're going to have a slowdown and it's hitting both players. And
Ooh.
kind
Well,
of
that's
repeating
something
what it did the
again.
first time.
The first one.
And now
Okay, let's
we're
go.
just gonna drop into what we had before, but like even denser with the LN, even like
yeah, it's gonna be
more
different
brutal with the
one.
streams while your stamina is down.
Holy. Yeah. Let's go, final section.
And this is some pretty shield heavy. Like the LN later on, and even this a little, is very reverse shield heavy.
Ooh,
You
let's
see
do that.
Muka finally losing the big combo.
There's some SV2 that is like not free. Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you go out into the jack.
And
Okay.
yet another build up. And by this point, your stamina is probably fried.
Yeah, it's gone. Ooh. Okay. This is not look easy.
For anyone curious of the changes we made, we mostly made the map easier because I suggested this for Tiebreaker and just the original map, and everyone was like, this is just too hard. And we really didn't have much else, so we just reached out to Penguin. He fortunately let us do some edits on it.
Well, it did turn out to be a very nice pick for Final Tiebreaker. I'm quite liking it.
This map is very... You see, if Muka's at 99.0, the map's brutal.
Yeah, you can say anything about that, really.
And, oh, will Muka get the 99? And, yeah, this ending, closing out with some more speed.
Oh,
Muka clutched the 99.
oh crap.
And
Insane.
that is going to be it for the showcase.
Yeah, that's it. Good luck for everyone that will have to play this. You probably deserve it if you got this far.
Oh yeah, good luck to these top six teams. Top six teams, rather. I stuttered a lot. This is a pool that we are ascending beyond 4-digit, just as these teams have proven they are capable of doing.
Yeah, definitely. And do we get a bracket though? Or have we already got
the bracket?
do we get like remaining bracket showcase, or do we do that in the beginning? Oh, here we go. Thanks, Mestro. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Shout outs to
Next up,
Mestro.
we're
You
gonna-
see, here's the matches, and we'll have schedules out in probably an hour or two. So
Okay, this is looking pretty sick.
you see,
We're gonna
winners
have-
bracket, you have USA versus Philippines, losers bracket, UK versus Argentina, and China versus Singapore.
Yeah. All the heavy hitting matches.
Oh yeah.
This weekend's gonna be insane, like for real.
Yeah. Either way, I think that's it for now. So with that, I think we're gonna end the stream, and here is your pool.
Ooh,
Anyone missed it, take a screenshot.
it's also so first to fix. This is gonna be pretty rough.
Either way, I think we're gonna end the stream now. So see you guys next time.
See you guys next time. Good luck to all the players, and thanks for tuning in. This is Halo, this is Logan. We're signing out.